Alright guys, I have the E-flite F-16 all plugged in. Everything is working. As you can see, I have full control over the model. Throttle control is working. So yeah, I am honestly so nervous to fly this. So gonna try to fly this the best I can. I'm going to be taking off without safe because I need to be able to trim this model to the best of. Alright. Okay. Taking off. Here we go. Alright, the F-16 is in the air. My retracts are going up. Alright. Looks like it's slightly nose heavy right now. I'm trimming that out. Alright, I need to slow down for my turns. Let's do a low pass. Wow, that's beautiful. Kinda shaky right now. Clear. Alright, I need to go a bit higher. Field members landing. So many mosquitoes today. Alright. Looks like everything is working well. It's very fast, much faster than my F-1670. Full throttle. Let me see if I can do a loop. Alright. Man, this is scary. Inverted pass. Alright. Landing! Here we go. I need to slow this down to the best of possibility. I need to go further behind the wall for this one. Retracts down. I did it. All right. Let's bring it back now. Alright, so that was my maiden flight on the E-flite F-16 80mm EDF jet. I was honestly so scared for this flight. I'm very, very shaky right now. But yeah, it actually flew very, very well. I was able to test out my rolls and loops, and it did very well in inverted flying. But this model is just so beautiful. It's so scale. But yeah, it was going very fast, and I don't know, I'm just like at a loss for words right now. I'm so scared. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to John's RC. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next video.
flight.
My timbers are shivered, bro.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Eric.
And I'm John, and welcome back to John's RC.
Hope you guys enjoyed John's maiden flight of this beautiful F-16 80mm. Guys, I would have loved to have flown this plane as well, but unfortunately, to be honest, this plane is just not in my skill level yet. As usual, John's going to talk to you guys about the specs of the plane, and since he already flew it, he'll give you his impressions on the plane. And then afterwards, I'll talk to you guys about the builds and any challenges that we experienced during the build. So John, why don't you start first, buddy?
Alright, so this is the 80mm version of the F-16 Falcon. I own and have flown both the 70mm and the 64mm version of this jet. But let me just say, this model is nothing like those previous jets. It is very intimidating when it's on the ground, I can say that. But once it's in the air, it flies like it's on rails. I was still nervous, but it flies very, very smoothly. This model is running off a 6-cell 5000 mAh LiPo. It's a Spectrum Smart battery. And this battery is attached to a 100 amp ESC. And the motor that this model is using is a 2100 kV brushless outrunner motor. And the fan is an 80mm 12-blade fan. As you might have noticed, this model is absolutely massive. It has a wingspan of 1000 millimeters and it has a length of 1450 millimeters. And the finished weight of this model can vary through from 7 to 8 pounds. But yeah, this is by far the largest EDF that I've ever flown. But now my dad will talk to you about the build specs.
Thanks, John. Yes, this plane is definitely a beast, but here's the good news. Putting it together was a breeze. Literally, it'll take you no time to put this plane together. I think the entire plane, as far as the build process is concerned for the end customer, is that I think there's only about 8 screws. So it takes 4 screws to hold the wing. So 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and then it's bolted from the bottom up. It takes 2 machine screws to hold down the rudder, and it takes 2 screws to hold down the elevator from the bottom up. Okay. There are some things that the manual wants you to do, and just be careful with this. It does mention that for the elevator angle of attack, it does want a 20mm gap from here to here. So I did have to take a measuring ruler and then measure about 20mm from here to here on both sides. That's how they want this angled. So guys, quite honestly, the hardest part about this build is actually putting the missiles on. And as you can see, there is a boatload of armaments attached to the F-16. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and turn the plane around, okay? And then once we do that, we'll show you guys. All right, guys, now that the plane is inverted, John, first, let's show everybody how these cool retracts work.
All right. It just looks so realistic. But now my dad will talk to you about the ornaments and how he installed them.
All right, guys. So again, these ornaments, okay, or armaments, were not meant to be glued here. So what you guys got to do is you have to slide them into place like this. So let me show you one of them. Okay. So that's how they're put on. However, you have to be very careful about which armament, which missiles go where. I made the mistake during the first run of putting this one over here. I didn't realize that I was putting in the wrong missile, or I think that I was putting this one over here, and it didn't fit, and I kept trying to force it in, until I realized that's not the order of the missile. So on one of them, I actually broke trying to slide in, so I actually had to hand glue this one. Actually, I think it was this one right here. So again, just be careful on these missiles, okay, and on these fuel tanks. So the way you do it is you just, it's a clip-on. You have to hold it down, okay, and then slide back, okay, so just like that, and then it locks into place. Okay, really, that's the only thing that you guys have to watch. The only thing I do want to show you are these servo horns, okay, are, you know, they're using, what do they call them?
Ball links.
They're using the ball links. And I highly suggest that you guys get ball link pliers, because trying to take this off and on using only your fingers, oh my goodness, it's very, very difficult. So you guys need a set of ball link pliers, because especially when you're trying to measure that 20mm angle of attack, so you have to constantly take it out, adjust the servo horn, and then, you know, push it back, adjust the servo control arm, and then push it back in. So just be careful with that. Otherwise, guys, like I said, this is probably a half an hour job, if that, you know, to put together. And then of course the nose itself, it's magnetic. It's actually a very, very strong magnet. Okay, that goes in there, and you know, it only goes one way, because if you try to do it the other way, it's, you know, it's all angled. But yeah, so that's pretty much it on the F-16 80mm. So John, I saw the way you landed. How was landing this plane?
Well, to be honest, it was actually kind of easy. Just the way this model flares and does a high alpha is just amazing, because it's able to slow down so quickly. So I'm able to flare at the end and get that smooth, buttery landing.
So yeah, well, I'm not ready for that kind of landing or any kind of flying in this jet, but that's one of my goals, guys. So, all right, well, thank you for tuning in to John's RC.
If you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.
We'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye now.